to the YouTube channel, Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my finals week 2 semi-finals tips for 2023. So, yeah, look, week 2 of finals, it's from 8 to 6 now, so it's obviously reducing week by week the number of clubs that are, still playing the season ahead. And yeah, obviously we saw teams like Sharks and the Raiders get eliminated last week by both the Knights and the Roosters. Roosters being Sharks, Knights being the Raiders, and both cracking games too. Don't get me wrong, cracking games. But yeah, I think the other two games where it was top 4 teams versus each other, too many floggings there. But look, hopefully it's a bit more tighter this week with the both games this week only for semi-finals and then prelim the next week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a really interesting week of footy to see how these all these teams do go. Storm Roosters, big game. Roosters, yeah, their injuries are decimating week by week. Yeah, how they do it, I don't know, but it's a big test versus Storm. And then obviously the Warriors Knights game will be a cracker. I'm so looking forward to that one. That's huge. But as always, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Really am looking forward to getting to 3,700 subscribers by hopefully at the end of this month. That's the goal for this channel, is get to 3,700 subscribers. So if that's achievable, and I reckon it is, please be sure to show your support by subscribing to the YouTube channel, as well as commenting your tips in the comment section down below. But let's do it. Let's get into my semi-finals tips. So it all starts off with the first game, Storm and the Roosters at Amy Park in Melbourne. And yeah, obviously Storm lost to the Broncos last week, 26-0, and that was a bit of a shock, I guess. But the Broncos were very good in their day, and you got to give them credit for how they played and simply outmuscled the Storm. And as for the Roosters, well, look, even though not many people are giving them a chance and they are continuing to be ridden off, they seem to still, somehow go ahead of the season. They somehow seem to survive and seem to dodge any bullet that could hit them. But it's extra work this week with missing half their backline. I mean, the Josephs are out, Joseph Suaalii and Manu, and even, well, JWH has been out for a couple of weeks, but the Saints have replaced him pretty well. Tupou's not back yet, so yeah, it's a tough ask if you ask me, very tough ask. Tupanua's not back either. So yeah, well, we'll see how the Roosters even do this week. But looking at both sides, for the Storm, Xavier Coates is out after picking up her ankle injury last week. So Remus Smith comes in on the wing. Justin Olam has been recalled into the centres, with Youngton and Paya making way. Ryan Papenhuyzen obviously undergoing surgery, which is so sad for what happened to Pappy. Another injury setback with his ankle this time. So best of luck for Pappy in recovery, obviously. And Alec McDonald has been recalled onto the bench to replace Papenhuyzen too. And for the Roosters, Joseph Manu hamstring and Billy Smith jaw, which is another one that's out, and Joseph Suaalii concussion are all out for the Roosters. So Paul Momirovski comes in on the centres for the Roosters. Corey Allen and Momirovski are the new centres, replacing both Billy Smith and Joseph Manu. And Jackson Paolo comes in on the wing for the Roosters too, the Manly recruit for next year. So Manly fans, we get a little preview of how Jackson Paolo fares out in this game. Hopefully it's a good one. And yeah, that's the team for both sides. My tip for this game, it should be a... Look, Storm should win comfortably. Like, let's be honest, Storm should win comfortably, but I really hope the Roosters show some fight and make it a 1-12 sort of margin, because I think with who Roosters have out, it's too tough to persist with it, I reckon. But if they somehow win, you got to really give them credit here and really give them a chance against Penrith, I reckon. That's far-fetched, obviously, because it's Penrith, but yeah, I mean, they win this game somehow of who they've had out, well, nothing's ever impossible, I don't reckon, in this game, but Storm should be too good, sadly. Storm 13+ I'll go with, but the dream is for this game to be a lot tighter. And first try scorer, Remus Smith. And on to the last game for semi-finals footy. It is the Warriors taking on the Knights at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland. Just want to say, it's so good to see the Warriors play at Go Media Stadium. Well, I'll call it Mount Smart because that's a lot better in my opinion. But they're playing at their actual home ground, which is great to see. And there was obviously talk that they could play at Eden Park because that's a big ground and it's better for finals. Well, I say BS in that one, because Mount Smart, I've been there. I went there for Manly Warriors. It's a great ground. It's big enough for finals events, and I think it's fair enough. The Warriors have earned their advantage to play in New Zealand and at their home ground at Mount Smart. So yeah, it's only right they play there this week. So I'm glad they are. I mean, I think it'll be a big crowd. I think it's already sold out too. So that says a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, Warriors Knights, huge game, absolutely huge. But these Knights keep turning up. They've won how many games in a row now? Like 10 in a row. Could go to 11 if they win this game. It's crazy. That is freaking crazy. And for the Warriors, well, obviously Panthers blew them off the park last week, and I was at that game too. No, Sean Johnson really hurt them, but he's back this week, so that's a big difference there for the Wires. But yeah, they were disappointing against Penrith. They should have offered a bit more, but it's hard when you have T. Murray Martin playing halfback and Dylan Walker 5'8". It doesn't always work. But looking at both sides, for the Warriors, obviously Sean Johnson's back this week, which is a big in for the Wires. Dylan Walker returns to the bench, and Freddie Lastic goes to 18th man. And if Johnson does not play, then Dylan Walker will come in the halves again, apparently. And for the Knights, Jackson Hastings' ankle and Lachlan Fitzgibbon's shoulder are both out, which is big blows to Newcastle. Adam Clune steps up at halfback, as he did the last 3 games of the regular season, while Dylan Lucas joins the forward pack, and Adam Elliott received a monetary fine for a careless high tackle charge arising from Sunday's game. So he's free to play. My tip for this game, it's really tough. I think the Knights definitely are a chance here, but I really think when that game happened between them and the Raiders, and how it went down to like 86, 87 minutes of the match, it was crazy. Yeah, games like that take a lot out of you. They do. Even though the Knights have a few days to prepare for this, like a six-day difference between Sunday and Saturday. Yeah, look, obviously it's a good break, I guess, but yeah, these games take a lot out of you mentally. So I'll be interested to see how the Knights handle this. But look, the Warriors back at home. The Warriors will not want to have another performance like they did against the Panthers, and I think they'll be ready for this one. And if Sean Johnson's playing, well, as you know, SJ takes no prisoners. He doesn't, so he'll be up for this one, and I'm sure the Warriors will be as well. But I'll go Warriors 1-12, maybe a scoreline of 22-14. And first try scorer, I will go Jackson Ford in the back row. But that's my tips for semi-finals footy. Let me know who you're backing for both games in the comment section down below. Enjoy, and yeah, well, it's heating up now. Have a good one.